History is written by the powerful, but what of the secrets they keep, and what of the people they erase? We go to 17th century France, an age of spectacle and absolute power. This was the world of King Louis XIV, the glorious and untouchable Sun King. His word was law, his power believed to be from God, but in the shadows, a ghost was being moved. His palace at Versailles was a golden cage, a prisoner unlike any other in history. His true crime was unknown. His face was never to be seen, his name never to be spoken. He is known to us only by the object that hid him from the world, the man in the iron mask. His story begins for us around 1669. He is placed under the care of a trusted jailer, de Saint-Mars. His own life and career depended entirely on keeping the man's secret. A prisoner of unique importance arrives at the fortress of Pignerol. The prisoner was to be kept in total isolation, with no one to speak with him. If he ever dared to remove it, the guards had one simple order: kill him. For 3 decades, Saint-Mars would be the prisoner's shadow. The orders he received from the king's ministers were extraordinary. And most importantly, his face was to be forever hidden behind a mask. For over 30 years, this man lived as a phantom. Writers like Voltaire would later call it a mask of solid iron. It was likely black velvet. A few people claim to have caught glimpses of him, a tall and graceful man. One famous story tells of the prisoner scratching a message onto a silver plate. His jailer, Saint-Mars, was promoted several times over the years, and the prisoner moved with him. A local fisherman found the plate and brought it to the prison governor. From Pignerol to the remote fortress of exiles, then to the island of Sainte Marguerite. Each transfer was done in secret under the highest security. After 34 years in captivity, the prisoner died inside the Bastille. He was buried quickly under the false name of Marcaille. "I cannot read," he said. And finally, to the most infamous prison in all of France, the Bastille in Paris. With every move, the mystery only deepened. He was a state prisoner of the highest level, yet he was treated with a strange, unspoken respect. He was given fine food and good clothes. He was allowed books to read. He could even play the lute to pass the lonely hours, and was provided a doctor when he was ill. For centuries, theories have swirled to give a name to the ghost. He was arrested for his ambition, which threatened the king. Matthioli betrayed Louis XIV in a secret political deal. This was clearly not a common criminal. This was someone important, whose life was valuable enough to preserve, but whose identity was too dangerous to reveal. They believe he was a valet named Eustache Dogger, arrested in 1669. He was not royalty, but he knew too much. The walls of his cell were scraped down, whitewashed, and replastered. Everything was destroyed. The legend of the mask itself grew over time, but it served its purpose. It erased a man's face from the world. He is a symbol of the terrifying nature of absolute power. This story suggests a secret royal birth hidden to prevent a civil war over the throne. They said he carried himself with dignity and never complained of his fate. He then threw it from his cell window into the river below. The governor, with a sense of dread, asked, "Can you read what is written here?" The fisherman replied that he was illiterate. Only then was the fisherman allowed to leave. His life was spared only by his inability to read the prisoner's secret name. In November of 1703, the mystery man's long ordeal came to an end. The authorities moved with incredible speed to erase every last trace of him. All of his furniture, clothing, and belongings were burned to ash. But they could not destroy the central question: who was the man in the iron mask? The most famous theory is that he was the king's identical twin brother. It would explain the secrecy and the respectful treatment. But there is absolutely no historical record of a royal twin. It remains a legend. Another theory points to an illegitimate royal. Perhaps an older bastard son of the king's mother, or even the king's true father from a secret affair. Some suspected a disgraced official, like the finance minister Nicolas Fouquet. But we know that Fouquet died in prison at Pignerol. His death is recorded. He cannot be our masked man. A strong historical candidate is an Italian diplomat named Ioccoli Antonio Mattioli. The Sun King was furious and vowed revenge. The timeline fits, but would a simple diplomat be granted such comfort in prison? The most accepted theory by modern historians is also the most humble. He may have known of a secret treaty, or a financial scandal, or perhaps a poisoning plot at court. In the end, we will likely never know for sure. The secret was too well kept by those in power. The evidence was too thoroughly and deliberately destroyed. The man was erased so completely from history that he became a legend. His true face remains one of history's most haunting and enduring mysteries.